In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make rice and beans Brazilian way. I am Paula Romero. I'm gonna share with you simple ways to cook good food. Pick through the beans, discarding those that are damaged. Rinse the beans in cold water and soak them overnight or at least 8 hours in a large bowl with enough water to cover. Discard the soaking water the next day. Add the beans and about 6 to 8 cups of water to a pressure cooker. We're gonna cook the beans in a medium-high heat until the pressure builds up. Then we're gonna reduce the heat to low and gonna simmer the beans for about 20 minutes until beans are cooked but not falling apart. We'll be right back. Beans are cooked, pressure released. I'm gonna show you that they are tender, see, but not falling apart. And now we're gonna season the beans in a separate pot. We're gonna add some olive oil, we're gonna saute some onions, tomatoes, garlic, bacon, and then we're gonna put the beans in there and let them cook in this aromatic. It's gonna be delicious. So let's get started. So we're gonna add just a drizzle of olive oil and we are gonna render the bacon. Growing up in Brazil, I used to eat rice and beans every single day, except Sundays, along with the protein and veggies, and I was never ever bored. Bacon has rendered, and I'm gonna remove all the bacon fat but 1 tablespoon. Now I'm gonna add onions. My lord, The smell in this kitchen, it's unbelievable. We're gonna cook the onions until they are translucent. It should take about 3 to 4 minutes. And then we're gonna add the tomatoes. Tomatoes go in. And now we add some garlic paste. Don't forget to check the card. After adding the garlic paste, we're gonna add until the garlic is fragrant, which shouldn't take much longer, about 1-2 minutes max. And then we're gonna add the beans and the broth, along with the broth. This sofrito looks great, and we're gonna come in with the beans. But before that, I'm gonna reserve 1 ladleful of beans and 1 ladleful of the broth. And I'll show you this in a minute. If it's too much broth, you can add less. It depends on how much water you add to cook the beans. To this, we're gonna add some bay leaves and salt. With the beans that we reserved, we're gonna mash them with a fork. And then we're gonna add them to the pot, and this is gonna help the broth to thicken. I know that cooking beans from scratch can add an extra step to the process. I know that, but it's so worth it because you know that there are no preservatives in this process. And not only that, you can make a nice big pot like that, and they freeze very well. Great. Now we add this to the pot. Oh my Lord, I can't wait to have this meal. Now we're gonna move to the next step, the rice. Beans are gonna cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, which gives us plenty of time to prepare our rice. I have here 1.5 cups of white rice, rinsed and dried, but if you prefer brown rice, don't forget to check the card. Brown rice also goes very well with beans. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when we post something new. So, to the pan. My pan is already hot. I'm gonna add some olive oil. The rice. Some garlic paste. And salt. I'm going to stir this all together, and we're going to let this saute for about a minute or two without browning the rice. The combination of rice and beans is a staple in many cultures and is one of the healthiest dishes available. Perfect. Now carefully, we're going to pour some boiling water. We stir this all to combine, and we're gonna cover with the lid slightly lifted. We're gonna lower the heat and we're gonna simmer the rice for about 5 to 8 minutes until the water is mostly absorbed, but not completely. Meanwhile, we're gonna check the beans. Oh wow. They look amazing, and I can't wait to have it. I said it already, right? The water is mostly absorbed. There's still a little bit at the bottom. So this is the time when you carefully come and with a fork you loosen the rice at the bottom, and then you taste it to see if you need to add more water or not, if it's cooked enough. Remember that the rice has also carryover cooking. We're gonna turn the heat off, and we're gonna set the rice aside for 5 minutes. At this point, you can remove the bay leaves. And I cannot wait to eat rice and beans. Beans are done. Wow. My mouth is watering right now. Okay, this is such a good dish. Good carbohydrates from the rice, plant-based protein from the beans, which is rich in iron, so good for you. And this is also a very cost-effective meal. The grains are very inexpensive, they stored for a long period of time, they freeze, the beans, like I said, freeze well, and they make excellent leftovers, especially the beans. They taste much, much better the next day. Let me show you how we're going to serve this. Got some rice. And I said that it's Brazilian way, so we like to add the beans on top of the rice. With a little bit of caldinho. We call the broth caldinho. And that's it. Obviously, you can add whatever you want to this. But this on its own is a perfect meal. And sometimes it's all I want to eat. So enjoy the video, enjoy the recipe, and come back to our channel, leave us a comment, and let us know how your rice and beans turned out. See you next time. Come back here, bacon. Ah.